So just got back from dropping Zara off at school, and what a day is it turning out to be. Today, what are you making me do today, Alicia?
You gotta buy a car. Today's the day.
Ooh, baby, on the track, I'm going vroom, vroom. Try and catch me when I pull up in a zoom, zoom.
Rental car costs about 300 talak a day, and you can see that we don't really have a use for that car. It's not a nice car, and we just need our own car. So It's time to go get. It's time to go get our own car today. So, what are your wants?
In Samoa, my wants would be different than in the States.
We're in Samoa. We're not in. This isn't Texas.
Okay, so maybe like a Jeep Wrangler.
Okay, that's a good place to start.
Yeah. I used to want us to get like mopeds or something here, but then I drove down our driveway of death and realized it's probably not the best place for a moped.
Yeah, so no mopeds, and we'll look for a Jeep Wrangler. We can probably fit 6 people in there, and we'll strap Grandma to the roof. She'd probably like it. Strap Grandma, maybe even Noli and Ammo out there. Just kidding, Mom. Hoping that we can get a car today. Maybe not today, maybe tomorrow. But Uncle's going to take me out to go car shopping. There's only a couple dealerships here. I wouldn't even call them dealerships. There's a couple car fields. They're not even lots because they're just parked on grass and stuff, but there's a couple car fields that have like 10 cars in them each, or maybe 20 cars in them.
Most of the cars here are imported from Japan, which I didn't even know that they drive on the right side of the car in Japan.
The wrong side of the road.
Joe says that because... Why?
Because Americans made the cars what they are, and then you guys decided to change it down here.
Well, to be fair, when Americans invented the car, the steering wheel was in the middle of the car.
Nah.
Right?
Nah. Maybe.
Anyway, I didn't even know that Japan drove on the left side of the road.
The wrong side of the road.
But they do. So most of the cars are imported from there. Who knows what we're going to find.
Funny story. So American Samoa and Western Samoa used to be on the east of the international date line, and now the date line is in between the two islands, even though we're separated by about 30 minutes of flight time. But the reason why they did it was so that Western Samoa, they also dropped the Western, could serve their business needs by dealing with Australia, New Zealand, China.
Asian markets.
With Asian markets, because we're closer in their time zone. So Samoa being on the same day as Australia, New Zealand, Japan, etc., helped with the country's economic responsibilities and abilities and stuff. And during that time, I guess they also just decided one day,
like, okay,
this is the day.
Midnight tonight.
Midnight tonight, we switch over on the other side. So nobody can drink for 2 days. That was like an actual law that they passed. Nobody could drink for 2 days before this night. And then at midnight, they just switched sides. So if you were driving on the correct side of the road, all of a sudden you had to move over to the wrong side of the road. And then they've changed the laws about what they could import, what kind of cars they could and could not import. So now you find cars that are left-hand drive and cars that are right-hand drive all over the road. So we're looking for a left-hand drive car. We're looking for a right-hand car drive, because that'll help me remember that I need to keep myself in the middle of the road. Like in America, you're in the left seat, but you're in the middle of the road. So that's what I'm trying to use, because otherwise I think I'll just get too messed up being over here. So that's my only want, is to be a right-hand drive car. So we'll see what we get. Thanks, Uncle, for taking me around. See what happens.
Good luck.
So this is a Nissan Serena, and it's a 2009 1900cc. He's got it for $19,500, but he says he says that it's on sale right now for $17,000, which is about $8,000 US. Has a couple nice features. The engine is a little bit weak, but it looks nice inside. This thing is in Japanese and it doesn't work, so it's just a screen, but it's got 158,000 miles on it. Doesn't smell like smoke at all in here. Actually smells pretty nice in here. Some of the other ones in here at this place have smelled like smoke, so you can really tell, but the upholstery looks great. There's nothing wrong with it. It's got 2 auto doors on both sides, so that's really nice for the kids. I think you can fit 3 back here and 3 here. So technically it's a 7 or 8 passenger, I think. A little bit of a sporty tire. And then a little bit of space back here for groceries and stuff. Oh, that's nice too. More grocery space. And then the seats. You want to show me? Thank you. Also, the seats pop up so that you have. Oh, they pop up that way.
That's neat.
You have plenty of space in the back if you're only gonna need 5 people in the car. It looks good altogether. It doesn't look like it has any major damage. Overall, looks like an okay car. This is the Ford Transit, and it is a massive car. You can see how big it is. That girl inside, Catherine, can stand up in it, like full on stand up in it. So you can see how tall the car is. That she can stand up. She's like 5'8". Oh, this comes out when
Yeah,
when the door
open
opens?
the door, it's open.
Can you do that? Oh, nice. Wow, fast. Real close to standing up in here, so it's probably like 5'8" or something like that. 15 passengers in here. AC is strong, sunroof. You can see how much room is in this freaking thing. Look at this. This thing's amazing. There's an emergency exit up there. It's got 39 kilometers on it, and it's 155,000 tala with 20% down, so that's 30,000 tala down, which is about $14,000. So that's down. So I gotta think about what the resale value on this thing is, because if the resale value is strong, then maybe it makes sense. Only one side opens though. That is the downside to this van, is that only one side opens. Big, huh, Uncle?
Big.
Way too big.
You can have make your tours on it.
Yeah. That'll be my new business. Your hammer to break the window just in case. If you finance it, then insurance is included for the first year, so we would have to insure it for a year and a half on our own, so we gotta look at the savings on that. Back windshield wipers that I don't know how to turn off. So this is the Hyundai H1, and it has big wheels on it. That's nice. It's a 2018 with 7 miles on it, and 12-seater. 12-seater because these are seats that roll down or fold down. That's a seat that folds down. So you got 3, 3, 3, and then you got a middle seat console thing here. Has doors, sliding doors on both sides, which is better than the Transit does. $98,000 with 20% down. It's $40,000 US. 20% down is $8,000. It's got the mirror here to see where the bumper's at. There's a backup camera right there. Has the rear parking sensors. It's got a 3-year warranty on it, plus you pay the first year of insurance for you. So that's kind of nice. Pretty nice little car here. Got a real sporty look to the front. I really like it.
Joe came home with a car. What do you think it is? Which would you pick for your family, and what do you think we chose for ours? Comment down below, let us know.
Out of those 3 beasts.
Yeah, we chose one of those 3.
Unfortunately, we didn't get the Jeep Wrangler that Alicia wanted because Mom didn't want to be strapped to the roof, whatever, party pooper. We also didn't get any mopeds. So anyway.
Basically, we didn't get anything cool.
Yeah. It's between one of 3 vans. So what do you think we got? Drum roll. And the winner is Nissan Serena!
Yay!
So we're not real sure if that's a winner or not. Nothing against Nissan. Nissan's great. But we're just not minivan people.
Yeah. And although I will have to say, for a minivan, it is kind of like a hybrid SUV. Like Like maybe it's grandpa or maybe even great grandpa was an SUV.
Yeah. And then they've just introduced, they've only had babies with minivans since then. So
yeah. Just a little bit of SUV in there.
A little hint in there. So why did we choose the Serena?
Basically for me, it came down to price. I don't really want any of these vehicles, to be honest. Though I am grateful to have it, but you know, they wouldn't be my preference. And I just could not spend that much money. And resale value is better here on cars than in the States, but it's not good enough for us to make back any of the money. That we would have had to put more money down on the 2 new cars than we paid total for the Serena. So we just, our priorities are different here. We just want to be able to spend as much time having like adventures and fun with our family and traveling, and we don't want to put all that money into a car payment.
The other thing about cars here in Samoa is that they don't have the typical cars that we have in the United States. Actually, I don't know that they have any of the cars that we have in the United States.
I have seen a couple Jeep Wranglers.
Yeah, I guess so. But those have been imported, I think, from Australia. They don't have any Chevys. They don't really have like the same types of Ford vehicles that we have in the States. It seems like all the models are a little different from what we have in the States. So there was no opportunity to get like a Tahoe, a Chevy Tahoe or something of that size. None of them have like 3rd row seating, so we couldn't fit 7 people in there anyway. So we had to jump up to a minivan instead of even consider any kind of SUV. All the SUVs are like 6 passengers. SUV mom right here.
Yeah. You can see I had an epic dance battle about being an SUV mom instead of a minivan mom, and he's turned me into a minivan mom.
Yeah. You can see that epic dance battle, dance battle, dance battle, dance battle, dance battle. Did I say epic Dan battle? Dance battle? Right there. Sorry we didn't get any footage of like the actual transaction when I walked into the room. So after you agree that you're going to buy the car here in Samoa, at least at this dealership, then I walked into like this back room and I wasn't sure what was happening. It was like barely lit. The people were really nice. They turned out really nice, but they didn't want me to record the transaction. Samoa is a little bit funny in the places they allow you to record and the places they kind of they get angry at you for recording at. So like grocery stores, that's a big no-no. But sometimes we sneak recording anyway. But anyway, they didn't want me to record the transaction, so I had to pay it all in cash.
Joe said it felt like he was walking in to meet the Godfather or something.
Yeah, I was definitely walking in to meet the Godfather.
Kiss your ring.
Yeah, so I had to get on one knee and kiss his ring, and then I was able to sit in a chair way far away from him as he did the paperwork. Just kidding, that's just a joke. He's not that. It just felt like that, you know, on my 3rd or 4th day here in Samoa. It just felt different from anything I'd ever experienced in America with well-lit rooms and everything else, whatever. So anyway, he was a really nice guy at Sai Motors. He's the leader owner guy, and then dealt with like the head salesman guy, and his name was Alofa. And
which means love.
Yep, it does. Really super nice guy too. And then his brother, his cousin, I think his name was Nikia, so he's the one who took us out on the test drive of the Serena. Anyway, so walked into the back room, had to bring all cash, so brought 16,000 tala in cash,
which was basically like almost all the money that we got from our
estate
sale check. Sold all our household belongings to buy a car in Samoa.
That we didn't really want, but
yay!
But again, just like I said in that episode, it's all part of the way that we're going to reach our goals, and this is just a step. Getting in this car is just a step in reaching our goals. In learning more about the culture, learning more about the people, learning Samoan, etc. And we need a car to do those things.
Yeah, and I will honestly be plenty happy with the car if it survives the whole time that we're here. That's my biggest worry now, but...
Yeah, so... There's a fly on my head. All right, time to show the girls. Let's see what they think.
our new car.
It is not a rental.
Not a rental. And well, look what I can do. Oh, and
And I
look.
made an amazing eraser man.
You pull this down.
Would you like to see my amazing eraser man?
Oh, hi. Hi,
Here's
Max.
the disproportionate amount of cup holders to people that should be drinking in this vehicle.
Yes.
But we do need to stay hydrated, so.
10, there's 10 cup holders in this car.
And there's only 8 seats, and 2 of the seats are look, Mama. I called you Grandma. I'm sorry. Look at this seat.
Yep.
Come check out the room back here, Alicia.
I could sit back there for days.
Baby's got back.
I got a sleeping area.
Baby's got back.
This could be
Move,
road
Angel.
trips. Oh, well, okay.
Then you pop this out like this, and then you slam it down,
An extra seat.
pull it up. So then you pull this up like this.
Then we'll stop. Don't worry.
You're so loud. Say hi
Then
to
this thing,
Rex.
and then they can recline it as far back as they want
That's cool.
if they want to sleep.
Whoa.
And
they lay it down?
Yeah, they can, but you have to move that both seats up. So yes, there's lots.
And
lots
this
of
is
room.
technically a seat.
This is
A
technically
split in the moolie.
this is technically a seat here.
Pretty cool, huh, girls?
Dad, am I allowed to drive in this car?
I'm gonna be driving in this car.
Yep. Zara's gonna get her license in this car.
Daddy,
Actually, she's gonna get a license in the manual that we
Dad,
get.
can you put this one out?
What?
So, Joe,
What do
want
you
to
mean
tell
the
them all the
manual?
rules you're breaking?
No.
What rules was I breaking?
Prenup rules?
No, can you put it down?
My prenup rules? There's only one prenup rule that I've broken.
prenup?
There's 2 prenup rules you've broken.
What's
What's a
prenup
prenup
rules?
So my first prenup rule that I broke was when I crossed 300 pounds of sexy. And the second prenup rule that I broke was buying a minivan. But we're in Samoa, so all those things don't count. So hopefully we can get
I
back to
think a
America soon. and
minivan's.
Yeah.
Hey,
change
I
all
agree
that
to
back.
that. I think a minivan's better than a real van.
Backup camera doesn't work right here. Yeah. Could definitely use that here because backing up sucks in Samoa.
Yeah.
Because I always end up in the wrong lane because I'm not used to it, and so I need to figure
I
that
like
out a
your
little
shirt,
bit.
Daddy. Thank you, Emma. You're so sweet.
Automatic doors.
Like all minivans.
See?
What are these
And
things?
I can automatically open them from the driver's seat also.
All of them?
These things are rain guards,
Rain guards?
so you can pull your window down a little bit and the water won't drip in. You get some ventilation. The seats are pretty easy to move forward. Here, I'll move a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
Access in and out, and then if you want to go ahead, Emma, go ahead. Then if you want to sit, you just move it wherever you want it. You just kind of put it back to wherever you want, and then set that, and it's locked in place. And then this can lay down as far as you want. I don't know what all these other buttons are for, like this one here.
So it takes it out.
Yeah, maybe it does. I don't know what this is for, but okay. There we go.
Dad, Rex's.
Yep, this is Rex, huh? He wants to see you. Okay, go inside. So, easy access for the kids to get in and out of. And then for Queendom,
Are you scared?
for the Queendom, it's the same kind of seat. This seat
Yeah,
actually.
this nice seat over here.
Nope, that's not your seat. Nice try. You drive from this side.
Hey, watch your mouth.
So this side is the same kind of thing where you can. I think this whole thing, folds down. So and then I think it also
It's like a bento box for a car.
moves up pretty far for extra access.
Nihon kara kimashita. Our car. They know how to do stuff over there.
Madeline, let's get in. Sunglasses area. Then this is the radio. We're gonna drive this baby. Close the doors.
Oh, and the other cool thing
What?
about this car, close the doors with the key
Let me see.
and open that door with the key. I can also, here, come out, girls.
Why?
I can also lock the car with the key, or sorry, lock the car with the key fob in my pocket. And unlock. Pretty neat. Good job, Emil.
Good job, me driving.
Okay.
Ooh, baby, on the track, I'm going vroom, vroom. Try and catch me when I pull up in a zoom, zoom.
Most of the cars here too. Most of the cars